Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play video. Not really Let's Play, but anyway, we're back inside of Minecraft. And this is going to be the second kind of tour, the more detailed one, of my lovely Italian mansion. This is nice. But yeah, I'm going to start out by giving you little statistics on the mansion. So, I started it, I don't even remember where I started it. But I finished this within, 2 weeks, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah, it took me, I don't even know. But I knew I started it after Christmas and before New Year's, so, yeah, somewhere in between that time range, probably somewhere around, the 27th or somewhere like that. Yeah, so pretty much, this house has a pretty interesting concept to it, I guess. So, yeah, what I did was I tried something a little bit different, which I'm definitely going to do some more when I build some more stuff. Is what I did was I actually went in. I might be able to find some. I think right up here, maybe. Let's see. Here we go. This is a perfect view. So you can see all this red wool that I lined up everywhere. You see all this red wool? Yeah. What I did was I went in, and I just placed a bunch of red wool all over the places where I was going to build things. So all of this red wool circle thing is the pool balcony. And over here, this is just a regular, the one next to it. And if we come up here, all the way down there, and you know what? I'm going to turn that off. I don't know if I have auto save on. Probably because when I was working on this, I just didn't want anything bad to happen. I'm just going to turn that off right for now. So let's come back down here so it's not as dark. But yeah, what I had you gotta have a vision when you're building. That's kind of what I thought I would do. So, I kind of wanted to do this little balcony thing right here. That was probably the main thing that I thought of when I first started building this. So that's what I did first, just to make sure I get that done, make sure I get the vision that I was doing. So I put down the red wool just to mark it out, and I looked at it from a distance. I was like, yeah, that would be pretty good. And then after I finished making the red wool frame around the entire place, which was a couple hours, not really an hour, that was an hour, yeah. Then I just decided to do this right away, try putting in as much detail as possible, and it turned out very well. This is my favorite part of the entire house. Just this view, look at that. I built I made the frame for the house, and I flattened out the land. I made this little balcony. I don't even know what that is. I made this balcony part and the pool, and I made just this wall, only that wall, in just the first day. And I also built that tree and this tree over here. When I first made these trees, I thought they were absolutely amazing. Now I'm kind of looking back at them they're okay. I would make new ones, but I'm just too lazy to. But of course, the ultimate pride of this entire house, the best tree, is this lovely dark oak tree, which is absolutely amazing. I'll get to that a bit later. But yeah, I kind of stuck to the red wool plan. Speaking of that, you don't have to use red wool. I just chose red wool because, I don't know, I've just seen it before. But, yeah, if you're going to try building something really big, use red wool to kind of mark out the perimeter. It really helps with kind of staying in the same spots. You can have a certain plan so you know what you're doing. But you can change it if it doesn't really turn out right. A little example is right here, right in this area. It was going to go for a little bit of a curve. So it's going to curve right here and connect. These two are both going to be connected by a curve. This one, that little corner right there. And then this little corner right here, which is just going to be some big curve. I tried it out, and it did not look pretty. So then what I decided to do was make some towers. So what I did was I want a nice corner feature. I can't just have a boring little corner. What could I put there? And I was like, oh wow, a tower, that'd be perfect. So I just made this simple tower, only 3 floors, because that's probably the best since it matches the height of the house more, and it kind of really stands out, which I think is very nice. And I covered it in vines just to kind of give it a little bit of an Italian look. I don't know why, but it makes it look very nice. So yeah, you don't have to stick with everything you do. But yeah, that's one thing I did. I also was going to have a curved thing back here. I did that. It looked absolutely horrendous. Took it down, changed it up a bit, and it looks amazing now. Alright, so let's actually get started with the front area of the house. So I guess I'll go in there. So yeah. This driveway thing is actually very nice. I really like this view. When I first made this, I thought it was perfect, the best part of the entire house. But that was just this part. But then as I kept building this way, I don't know, I started to lose a little bit of interest in it. But then I put in that tree, the driveway, the garage doors, some more windows, the rooftop garden, a tower there, and all of a sudden it looked so much better. So yeah, you gotta put in a lot of detail when you're building like that. So yeah, I think this looks very nice. Kind of got this cobblestone pathway right here. I love cobblestone for my little driveways. And I also threw in some stone bricks, gravel, and andesite just to add a little bit more detail and kind of make it look a little bit more run down. And we got some nice lovely cone trees right here. Those are like amazing trees. You don't want to go too much on them. That's why I only put 3 right there. But they're really good for lining your driveway when it's straight. Like, you don't have like a million lined up going along like a big curvy driveway. If it's like nice and straight for only a few, like for about 50 blocks, mine's probably definitely shorter, but like if it's 50 blocks, yeah, put some of those in because they look very nice. And of course behind them we got the flags, the nice lovely flags. I like these flags. They're nice. Like, I had my first design for them, I was like, oh my goodness, that's terrible. But yeah, I did want some flags because you gotta put flags on every single build. Even my house that I built on my GoatVille episodes 21 to 50. Yeah, that house had flags outside of it, but it was just GoatVille's, Sweden's, and there was the villagers flag, my little villager friend. But I put in Italy's just slightly more raised because this is an Italian themed build. Yeah, but enough with the flags. The flags, they're just a small little detail to it, but still, it looks very nice. So I put this little limo here just because to show that they're very rich, very nice. And then this, I really like this. I don't know why, but it's just absolutely amazing. This bottom part looks a little bit modern. I don't know why, but like, it works. Like, this house is Italian, like kind of like an Italian style, kind of like I'm not too sure how to say it, but like just a small area of this would kind of look like I don't know, something that might be there in like the 19th century or something like that. Like in a rich Italian person's house, like kind of like the exterior. Of course, it's not gonna be this big. I'm pretty sure nobody's house was that big. But yeah, that was probably like the look of it. But yeah, I don't know why, but this modern thing really matches in with it. And yeah, just some dark oak wall thing around it with some nice lovely plants inside of it. Then I have this little I don't know why I keep calling everything balconies. Alright, so I got this little archway thing right here. Very nice archway, really like it. How we have these little pillar things right here. Little roof things look very nice. Have a very nice view too. And then like this little walkway comes down to here. I would have had these little like these little pathways go on longer, but like I really don't have a main road, so I just put these little I don't even know what to call these, like road stops or something that like marks the dead end or something. Yeah, so yeah, I just put those in. They look very nice, and it really doesn't take up any space, and it looks very nice. As I just said. But yeah, we got some more drippy trees out there on the side. I really think that's a very nice addition. I'm pretty sure without those it would look not as good, because it kind of blocks up a little bit of this open space. This would be like really open, bland, boring space. I probably would have put like vineyards in there if like those trees weren't there, but I think those trees would look so much better. I like those trees, especially how they're like right on the cliffside. That's very nice. So yeah, very nice trees. The drippy trees are very nice for building Italian. So here is the front door. Very nice view when you come in the front door, like especially this area, just that tower and the front walk, like this little front door. Looks very beautiful. So right here we have the red rope thing that we're gonna cut, and it says cut to declare completion. And now we have to get our scissors out, our ginormous scissors. Where are they? Here they are. Look at these scissors in my hand. Hold on, let's see. There we go. Not too big, but anyway. Let's get the shears in our hand. I mean the scissors. And now let's just cut that open. There we go. So look at that. It's complete. Alright, so we completely finished that. That's like the little mark. But here we have the Italian mansion by me, Majestic Goat. You might have seen this in the original tour, but this is like a little bit of a better view. It includes 9 bedrooms, 19 bathrooms, and 89 total rooms. So in this entire area, there's 89 total rooms, which are like closed off areas. I didn't really count stuff like halls and stuff because those aren't really rooms. But I did count like some tower rooms that I did furnish. There are some little towers that are not furnished, but that's just because what are you gonna put in that little tower? Really nothing. So yeah, I guess that'll be used for like storage and stuff. And yeah. So 89 total rooms, and you'll see that right in here. Look at this. Alright, so you come in the front door and it looks absolutely amazing. This took me so long to actually find an idea. Like, I first built this a few days into construction, and I just finished making it a few days ago. Like, I don't know why. It was just so hard to think of an idea. Like, I came in here and I was like, okay, stairs there, little opening here for the plants, and if you didn't see sapling, then white and red kind of go for the Italian colors right there. See green, white, red. Okay, fine. I got a little creeper head right there, and some little plants on the side with a big painting. This big painting is very nice. Fits very nice, symmetrical. I like it. And we got, of course, nice, lovely Italian carpet right here. Some ceiling lights with some daylight sensors going around, which kind of looks like chocolate. I don't know why. But it looks good. And, yeah, I was going to put in chandeliers, but then I just decided no, I'm just going to keep it with that. And I was also going to put some paintings on the wall, but then I tried that, and I was like, no. So a little bit of a little fun fact about this house was what I did was I built this little area, this little front room, and then I built the stairs, and then I guess I kind of got a little bit carried away, and I made my bedroom, made that little hallway, and I furnished the entire second floor before even working on the second floor. No, before even working on the second room of the first floor. So this was like made recently. All this stuff up here was made like old. So normally you would go like, oh, the middle floor, maybe the second floor, then the basement. I went second floor, first floor, basement. So yeah, that was a bit of an interesting thing that happened. Here, just some more flower stuff. And here, this is probably like a pretty boring spots. Not really much here. But there's a door coming out here, which is a little pathway right by the drippy trees, which leads out to the front area. Very nice. Kind of like this little door right here. It has a nice view with the leaves on the side. And then this door leads out to the gazebo, which is a very nice addition. Like the first thing I ever added. I kind of wanted, like, this was like another little vision that I had. I wanted like a little gazebo thing coming out of the house, but kind of like in this shape. So you'd have the little walkway right here, and then we'll lead out to the big circle area. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting design I went for. And I wanted to make it like right here viewing the water, so yep, very, very nice. Alright, so this would be like a nice place to have like a little family gathering or something, I guess. Very nice. I got some more andesite flooring because andesite is definitely one of the best looking materials in the entire game. I love andesite, it's very nice. It kind of looks like a more organized version of gravel and kind of a less organized version of stone. So yeah, I like it. And then out here, there's another door. 3 doors, same hallway. I don't know what's going on. But this is just like a little walkway with some trees going on the side. I just made this because this was a very open space, and I wanted just some decoration here. So I made these little things. You can climb on top of them if you really wish and hop around. Yeah. So this is just another one of these rooms you can see into there, and it leads out to this little patio thing. And we got some more polished andesite. Because I just love my andesite, and there's some more andesite there, and there's some more andesite right out here by the flags, because I just love my andesite. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, more andesite. Alright, so let's keep coming down this way inside of here. This is a little living room, and I just realized this video is going to take a long time, but oh well, I just want to make this in case you want to do a bit more detailed tour, or in case you just really love it so much that you want to copy it for yourself. I'm perfectly fine with that. Just make sure if you make a video of it, put me in the credits. I'll just put house inspiration. There we go. Alright, so this is just a little living room, very simple, which leads out to the little patio right here. Very nice. And then right here, the little main room. I really like this room. It's supposed to be like a little room if you're gonna have like a party or something like that, a little formal party, because you don't want some weird crazy stuff going on here. We got some thorn bushes and a little fountain right there. That's definitely not a good thing because it's covered in thorns and this is extremely wet. Yeah. And just like destroying one of these blocks allows the water to flood straight through and destroy all the carpets, so we definitely don't want that. So this room was very nice. I really like it. Definitely one of my favorite rooms on the first floor. Not my favorite in the house. But it still is one of my favorites. Anyway, here's a nice little flower bed. I don't know why, but like with so many flowers, I like really love making flower beds. They're like amazing. I love them with like all the different flowers. Like we have like 10 different types of flowers to choose from, and like I love making these little flower beds, as you can probably see from out here. So many flowers. I love the flowers. Oh yeah, so flowers, very nice. I love them. Love the different types, and of course my favorite, the blue orchid. Yeah. So anyway, just a little table right here, and for here I didn't go with the door design. I probably should have put doors. Just I don't know. Pirates can easily come in and rob you of all your stuff. Yeah, but this is Minecraft. We don't really care about that stuff. But yeah, went for an open design just because it looks very nice. I kind of like this open area. That's what I tried doing. I tried keeping rooms off and just making little openings with these sandstone stairs going like that, making these little archways. I really like them. Very nice. Now I spent like 2 minutes in this entire area, like just this little room in the house. I gotta keep going. I don't want this to be extremely long, but I'm gonna go through each room and show you each one. So here's a little bathroom, the front door bathroom. The front door is right there, and this is like the little bathroom right here. It's kind of far away from the front door, but oh well, I guess you can make it if you try. No painting right here. I would try putting more paintings, but like I think I reached the painting limit. That's just there's nothing else on this world. This is the only thing on this world, and I reached the painting limit. You'll see when we get to the second floor. There's a bunch of paintings up there. But in here, this is a little mud room, I guess. Got a little bin right here to keep, I don't know, whatever you want. And some little coat hangers, and right here is just some shelving with azure bluette. That's definitely my second favorite type of flower. It's very simple, and I really like it because it's like small and it looks very nice. These little stone buttons are supposed to be shoes. They kind of look like shoes, I guess. People are going to think like, oh, is there some secret when you push these buttons? But no, there's really not. Or is there? Alright, so in here, this is just a little utility closet. A little, I'm not sure what this is. Just a little system right here to do some stuff. I'm not too sure. Just this little hanger thing right there. And this is definitely a very amazing design that I thought of. I'm pretty sure I made it previously, but this is like a really awesome thing that I thought of. So this is supposed to be a broom with a water bucket. So we got the water bucket, which is just a cauldron with water in it, and then the broom, I use wood fences above a hay bale, and that looks really nice if you think of it the right way. You might just be thinking, why would they be keeping hay in here? That's kind of strange, but it's a broom. It looks very nice. But let's go out into the garage. Look at this nice, lovely garage. Got 3 vehicles in here. If you know what this first vehicle is before I say what it is, we can be friends, okay? If you know what this is, like right now, not when I'm going to tell you a few seconds later, but if you know right now, I really want, I like, alright. But this is a speeder bike from Star Wars Episode 6. Love that movie. And yeah, nice lovely speeder bike from Endor. Yeah, I love it. I made this, I actually made this on my city Let's Build that I recently put off to a stop. Yeah, and I just kind of recreated it here just because I always wanted a speeder bike. Yeah. Right here is supposed to be a little scooter thing. It kind of looks a bit derp, but but it's alright. It kind of looks like one a little bit. And then right here is a little race car updated by Captain Minecraft Gaming, putting in steering wheel and a little seating area. Yeah. So here we go, racing in this little car. And this is pretty much it for the garage. It's really not that much to it. I actually had an idea for the garage to have it come into this area and then go down into the basement where you can have like a big garage, like a huge lineup of stuff. But I was like, no, I'm just too lazy for that. And I didn't have any space. But let's keep going. So in here is just a little hallway that splits off into a few rooms. This is the kitchen, the big main kitchen that I have. There's actually 2 wings to this house, and I'll show you a little bit later. But this will be my kitchen, Goat's kitchen. We got some lovely flowers right here. I'm making a lot of cakes. Just another simple kitchen. Went for a little bit of a spruce wood floor. A little bit of a change from the dark oak, which I definitely should have used more of. Put some blinds on here because this window seemed really out of place. I don't know why, but in some areas it was elevated. Like, I don't understand, like, with my house. You know what messed this entire house up? This messed the entire house up. You see this? This is elevated 1 block. So there were some really big mess-ups in this world. You see there's, like, there's a lot of mess-ups. Like, right here, this is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be one down. Then it will look nice. But, you know, I can never get things to look nice. Oh man, my throat's getting all weird from talking too much. Alright. Oh man, my throat's gonna... Oh wow. It's one of those things again. Hold on. Oh man, you know that weird feeling when you get something like weird... You get that weird feeling in your throat. Oh wow. And then your eyes start to tear up, and then your throat sounds like, I don't know, you have a speech impediment. But anyway, in here we got ourselves a nice little pantry with the refrigerator and some shelving with some stuff, and yeah, just some simple stuff like that. In here is a little living room, little nice carpet. I like this carpet design, goes from white to black, nice little gradual slope. Very nice, interesting carpet design, just some chairs and stuff. Yeah, and then in here we have ourselves a nice lovely dining room, the formal dining room. Definitely my favorite dining room I've ever made. So it's just a normal kind of dining area off to the side. 6 people for this. I really like this, the table design, and my favorite part is the fireplace. And it actually goes into another room, and we got this nice lovely fireplace thing around here and some paintings off to the side. And if you were wondering what these little quartz stairs things are, these are supposed to be like little lamp, kind of like little lamp things. Like, just imagine if they're like little lights in there and they were like shining on the painting. Yeah, that's kind of what I went for. Just like little lights shining on the painting like you would see in a museum or something. So yeah, that's kind of what I went for that. So in here, this is a very weird room. Not really weird. So this is a little wine cellar where you keep all your wine and expensive liquors and stuff. So just some, these are supposed to be shelves, not really cages where you keep all of it. So you kind of like slide it in one of these little holes right there. And that's kind of where you keep it. I got some kegs back here, which I don't know what you would put in there. But yeah, another little Azure Bluette. I'm pretty sure that's not how you see it, how you say it, but that's how it's spelled, so that's how I'll say it. Then up here we got ourselves another bathroom, one of the many 19 bathrooms, and you get an amazing view of the vineyard area, the second courtyard that I have. Well, I guess that'll be the main courtyard. I'm not too sure. So yeah, a little sink, and right here's a closet. And if anyone's watching this that is going to be in a video a few days from now, this will be a very nice hiding spot. Little hints right there. But yeah, this lever just looks kind of normal, just like a little supply closet. But no, if you flick it, it opens up this little room, which is filled with gold. Very nice spot to hide. A little hint to all those people, well, all my viewers, and also some of the people that will be joining me on that episode. I'm pretty sure you already know now. I dropped enough hints. Well, let's just forget about that. This is a very nice part of the house. Just a bunch of different ways you can go. You can either go straight down here, turn right, and you got this little seating room with the fireplace that leads to the dining room. I love this feature. It's so amazing. And like when I lined up this was going to be a fireplace on this side, but I was like, what if there was a fireplace inside the dining room? I was like, broke through it and it was like perfectly symmetrical. I don't know how I did it. I'm an amazing person. And then there's some windows here, kind of lined up. Well, just one window here. It would be shorter, but oh well. Gotta keep things lined up on the outside. And this just leads out to this second little walkway thing with a nice view of the pool. So yeah, let's keep going. I'll take a quick stop down at the basement just because we're in this general area. So right here is just another little seating areas. So many seating areas in this house. And then if you're wondering what this door leads out to the courtyard. Very nice fountain. And a little bridge. Love that bridge. And some vineyards right here where you can grow some stuff. And a pretty nice view of the front area. The front door area. I guess that'll make more sense. Alright. That thing's back again. Alright, so let's come down to the basement. Got my favorite painting right up there. It's my favorite painting, if you're ever wondering. I'm pretty sure that might be a lot of people's favorite painting. I don't know why. Oh, man. My throat. I don't know why. It's not like hurting or anything like that. It's just got this weird tickly feel inside of it. Alright. So let's come down here. We got ourselves a nice Italian flag right here. To the right, we got ourselves a little bathroom. Nice simple bathroom with a bathtub, shower, everything. And then over here, this is a bit of an interesting room. This is the theater. The nice lovely theater, the private movie theater, I guess. We got the projector up here. We got 12 seats, I'm pretty sure. We know actually 15 seats. So you can have 15 people over watching a nice lovely movie on this huge screen. Absolutely amazing. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite rooms. But not my favorite. I'll show you my favorite in a little bit. So in here, this is a little seating area. You know, typical seating area. This is a little living room. And this leads down to the basement kitchen, just so you can make some popcorn in case the movie's getting ready to start or something. Yeah, got this little heater I don't even know what that is. Alright. So if we come through here, this is another pantry area to store up some food. And this is supposed to be like a little secret button passcode thing with like the glass on top of it. Yeah, hopefully that looks right. So, inside of here, this is supposed to be like really secret and stuff. But this is, you guessed it, another wine cellar. Oh man, my throat's getting like really, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'll take a break, but I don't feel like editing this. It's already 25 minutes long. It's going to take forever to render. But at least let's get this part down. My favorite room in the entire house is this bathroom. Of course not. Of course it's not my favorite room. My favorite room's right in there, but this is just a little bathroom. I don't know why. But it's right here. Look at this. I'm pretty sure you saw it if you saw it in the original tour. But this is a little indoor private soccer arena area. Not really arena, but it is a very nice room. I really like it. Yeah, the reason I have stairs here is because I can't break through the roof because that's where the flooring is on the first floor. But I really like this room. It's very nice. I was like thinking at the beginning, what would I have inside of it? I was like, I know. I want like an indoor sports field area. It was originally going to be hockey because that's like my favorite sport, but I decided hockey and Italian doesn't really go that well together. You know, you don't really see many hockey arenas in mansions in Italy. So I just went this little soccer or football if you're from not America. I don't know why my throat's getting all weird. Probably because I'm talking too much. Alright, I'm going to try talking a little bit less. I'll just let you watch. Alright, so these are some flags I put up there. If you're wondering what these black and white things are, these are supposed to be like little soccer balls, I guess. Two Italian flags. I would have put them in the middle, but I put the Goatville and the Sweden flag just to make it symmetrical. And I put two Italian flags just for that. Just because they're not in the middle. Yeah, so I think that's a very nice feature that I put right there. It would have been just like paintings and stuff, maybe like a bigger scoreboard, but I think that looks much better. Alright. I'm gonna rest my throat for a little bit. Alright. Alright, gotta keep talking because I want this video to stay interesting. Can't have that view duration go all the way down and people think this is like a misleading thumbnail. But yeah, this leads out to the courtyard as usual. And then here's just another little seating area because we can't have enough of those seating areas. And then there's just a little access to the first floor of the tower. So at least the tower has some use. I'm not quite sure what you'd put in there. Maybe like some storage and stuff. Then this leads out to a little walkway, I guess, another one. And then this leads into another room. But yeah, this is just a nice, lovely little flower bed right in front of here. And a little nice, this is like probably one of my favorite exteriors. Definitely like it's not the most favorite, but like I really like this side of the house. Like it's kind of like has a lot of different themes. You got the bridge, you got a tower, you got this little wooden thing which looks absolutely amazing. And like I haven't done it anywhere else in the house, definitely wish I should. But yeah, looks very nice, just some wooden fences. Then we got some little walkway things right there. Then this nice, lovely big balcony area. More leaves and stuff. And then the chimney. Very nice. I like it. Alright. Let's go back inside now. Alright, there we go. And now this is the guest wing. So what we were just in, all of the stuff that I just showed you, that was the master wing. Which is, of course, where I live. And then here's the guest wing. So if I have any guests over, this is where they would stay. I probably should have made access to the guest wing maybe a little bit closer to the front door. So like once they get in, I'll be like, no, go on your side of the house. I don't want to see you. But yeah, they have a little bit of a walk, or they can just come in from the back door, which is over there. But the guest wing has everything the guest needs. It's pretty much like a second, smaller version of my house. So, of course, an indoor pool. 2 indoor pools, actually. So yeah, right here, nice lovely indoor pools with some flower stuff, just because flowers are pretty. And then here's just a little bathroom, very simple bathroom. And then this door over here leads to a second room, but it's connected to hallways, so I'll leave it there for there. Here's the dining room, the guest dining room, very nice. Got some alliums, I think that's what they're called. Or I don't know, I never pronounce things right. But those are pretty nice flowers to have on like dining rooms and stuff. And then some paintings lining up. I kind of use like different sizes of paintings to match the different kind of lengths of the wall. So over here, that would be an even number, so I'd put like these big paintings and stuff, and then over here, these would be odd numbers, so I would put these little tiny paintings. Alright, so in here, another bathroom, because we can't have enough bathrooms. And then through here is just a little closet with, oh, we got a little alert right up there. Where is it? Can't really see. Alright, so yeah, he might be joining. Alright, and I gotta make sure I turn a bunch of permissions off, because people like to troll me a bit. Alright, just because this is how I want my completed version of my house to look. I don't want really any changes to it. It's perfectly fine how I want it to be. Alright. Yeah, I gotta make sure I don't breathe in too fast, or else I don't know why, but my throat's gonna get all weird like that. I sound like really old when I said it's like I can't breathe in too fast. I have lung issues. Alright, so yeah, let's try keeping that under control so I can actually talk for this and I don't have a sore throat for like the next 5 million years. Alright, so here's a nice little seating area with some flower beds underneath the stairs. Not the best area, but oh well, I guess that's kind of have to do. This is an interesting carpet design I'm going for, which is a mix between Goatville and Sweden's flag, and I'll add that to the checklist for Sweden's flags that you've counted. You should have been keeping count. You haven't been keeping count? Well, then what are you doing here? Alright. And, alright. I'm not gonna do this right now when I'm recording. Maybe I could. I'm not too sure, but I'm not sure what's going on. But yeah. I guess I'll just leave that for there. I'll come back later. But, yeah. Let's come up here. This is like the second floor. I'm not going to get to there yet. Hopefully this tour it's going to last like another 30 minutes. I'm not even... I did the basement, and I'm almost on the first floor. Alright, so that's pretty good. Here's the guest kitchen with some tables and stuff like that. Refrigerator and some little stove thing. And in here, we got ourselves a little pantry. Little guest pantry. Very nice. And then out here is the little balcony. Very nice balcony on this side of the wall that looks very nice. Loves it. Alright. So let's just come over here. This is a little breakfast room where you can eat breakfast, obviously. And then over here is a little living room, which has doors that lead straight out to the pool. Very nice view from here. I really like this. This is like a very nice view. Yep. Alright. Alright. You know what? I think we're gonna do it. Actually, I'm not too sure. Hold on. What's that other message that I got? It might be an answer. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Alright. So, yeah, I think I'll just leave it for there. I'll maybe explain to him later and give him a little hint to subscribe because, you know, we got some good stuff here on this channel. But here's the little guest office. And, you know what? I'm not going to leave him there. I'm not going to be rude, okay? I'm not a rude person. So let's just go to him real quick. Hello. Oh, he's playing Terraria. He's going to want me to join. I'll join in a little bit. I'd send him a little message right here. Alright, sorry. I'll put be on in a bit. Alright, be on in a bit. Alright. So hard to type. I really wish I had like a little keyboard. I actually do. That can actually plug into the Xbox, but like the tiny little thing is gonna be extremely hard to get out. Alright, let's put a little period right here, and then let's say recording for YouTube, just so he's thinking like, what could he possibly be doing? So let's put 4YT. There we go. And then I'll put like a little. I'll just put. I'm gonna give myself a little shout out. You know, you can never go too wrong with a little shout out. All right, so let's put Majestic Goat, just because I'm not very interested in self-advertising. I'm gonna just put Majestic Goat. It's so hard to type with this thing. Yeah, I know. Alright, there we go. I gotta put a little winky face just so he's not all confused. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Does that look right? Yeah, sorry, be on a bit. Recording for YT. I'm Majestic Goat. Just give him a little notification. Alright, so there we go. Sent him that, so now he knows that that I'm recording and to leave me alone. No, I don't really care. I don't really care. You can join if you want, because this is an online game. So yeah. Alright, so this is a little office area, which leads out to here. A nice lovely open area by the back door, which leads down to the hallway. And then over here is definitely a very nice room. I really like this. Kind of like the little fireplace room. A second fireplace room. Got the fireplace right here. I've said the word fireplace a lot. And it's got some, little roofing things right here with the only chandelier in the entire house. The only one, just because that's an odd number roof. And then this door leads straight out to here, which leads out to there. The back door patio area. So now, let's come all the way back to the front door. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you around a little bit of the outside stuff, like the nice, lovely tree of life. That's what I'll call it. Before we move on to the second floor, we got ourselves a nice, lovely little water feature right here. Another modern water feature, just because it looks nice. I don't know why modern looks good in Italian, but whatever. Doesn't really matter. So yeah. My throat, though. Alright. So this is the tree of life. That's what I'm calling it, because if you have a big tree, you gotta call it the tree of life, or at least something nice. So let's just keep talking about the tree of life. The little walkway comes out here, which leads out to here on this little bridge and onto this private island that I did not make. I didn't want like a little private I did want a little island. That's why I came to like this area. Like I came over here and it's like, oh wow, look at that island. That'd be perfect where I can put like maybe like a little guest house or maybe like a big tree, which I did. So yeah, this is I'll actually tell you the legend of the tree of life, even though it's officially not official. It's just my little interpretation in case I need to explain to someone. So the original house was put here. It eventually spread up into there and then formed this big house. Then the house kind of aged down and collapsed, and then a big tree grew out of the center of it, I guess. So yeah, I put a little acacia tree right here just because they look really nice on like beaches and stuff like that. It looks really nice. I would have put more, but like it wouldn't really match the theme too much. So I just put one. But here's the tree of life. There used to be a little room inside of here. Like you could actually like around the back there was a little lever that you could push, hide by like some tall grass, and then open up this little door right here, which led to a secret room. But that was a little bit changed, because you know that little guinea pig guy that just that messaged me. Yeah, he actually built a tree house, which was actually pretty interesting. But I decided to give it a little bit more of an interesting look. So I didn't destroy our tree house and make it my own. In case you're watching this, I just simply made it better, if you know what I mean. So this is a little ladder just for decoration. It's not going all the way down, but this is just we're in creative. This can be like pulled down and stuff like that. So this is the ladder leading up. Very nice. And it leads straight up to here. We got a little sign saying Guinea Pig Tree House, just to give him some recognition. We got some chests filled with golden apples and cake that he filled them with. And some little chairs, sitting areas right here, a bed, and an enchanting table, just in case you want to read, and a pretty nice view of everything. Yeah. Oh wow, that's a nice view. Dang, this guinea pig's got a nice view. But yeah, it looks very nice. I really like this tree. Definitely my favorite. Definitely one of my. It's my favorite. I don't even know how to explain it. Let's just say it's like one of my favorite outdoor designs. This is definitely my favorite. I love this part. This is my favorite part of the entire house. And then it's like the soccer field. And then it's probably the tree of life. So yeah, enough with the tree of life, even though it's absolutely amazing. Right here we got ourselves a little dock. I was going to make it bigger. Like I was going to make it go all the way out, like out to here. And I was going to put a big yacht right here. But that didn't seem right. I was thinking a little bit too modern, and it's an Italian house. So I think I just did this, and I put some fishing rods and stuff in here. Or just a fishing rod. We're not fancy like that. We don't have more fishing rods. So right here are some more vineyards. No, not the only ones. But yeah, this is just some little areas where you can grow some stuff. I'm not too sure. Looks very nice on that little hill. I love it. Loves it. Alright, so yeah, let's go up to the second floor because we don't really got anything else to do. Actually, I'll show you the oh wow, my throat's getting all alright. Now that that's done, we got ourselves a little rooftop garden, just threw some leaves on top, and then a little rooftop garden thing, which looks very nice. I really like this. Really no way to get onto it, but oh well. It looks very nice. To get it, you have to like walk across the entire roof, but you kind of have to like stumble your way all across here, like, oh, why is there so many different elevations? And then you finally get here just to water a few plants that really nobody on the ground is really gonna tell. You see the rose bushes, but you wouldn't really see all these nice, lovely little plants. But yeah, just showing my love for my flower beds. All right, now let's go over here to the rooftop party area. This was originally just going to be left empty, but then I was like, no, it doesn't look right. I don't like it. So I just put in some chairs with some tables and stuff like that. I put some umbrellas here, and if you're wondering what these little white things are, like why aren't these like umbrellas? These are supposed to be umbrellas, but like closed. It's very nice. Isn't it a nice look? I think it's nice. Alright. But anyway, this is kind of like a little bit of a replica thing. Notice like the dark oak wood, and then like the little brick rising thing, and then a little pool right here. So yeah, that's supposed to be like kind of like a tiny mini model of the down there. So yeah, just a little guest pool. This is like the guest outdoor pool, even though like that's, well, technically, I don't even know. So yeah, this just leads from the second floor, just a little room, leads straight up to here. So this be a like nice little party area. Looks very nice. And then we just got ourselves like a little room right here. Wait, could I have? That would have been a pretty nice idea. Just connecting these two to the tower with this little utility room. Because it's just like a little simple room filled with like towels and stuff. If I like dug a hole out of there, and then carried the hole and like took it straight into this tower. Oh wait, there's stuff in that tower. Alright, let's keep going. There's a nice lovely view of the chimney, and it also has a nice view of the tree of life. I like it. But yeah, let's go back to the front area of the house and show you the second floor. Finally get onto the second floor, 41 minutes into the recording. Alright, officially longest video ever. Alright, so up here, this is just another little area. This is the goat's domain of torpidity, but in stupid language, that's the goat's room. Oh yeah, but anyway, whenever I make stuff and I want to see it, I want to make it look funny and stuff like that. I don't put like a bunch of weird words. I just make it look really fancy. So the goat's domain of torpidity makes perfect sense. I actually had to go and like figure out synonyms for that word just because I didn't know what to do. So like that's why I found out torpidity. It was just gonna be like slumber or I don't know what else, but torpidity. That's a pretty nice word. That's a pretty nice word. Yeah. So here, just my little room. It's pretty small. It's not really that big. The master guest room is bigger than the master bedroom, which is kind of complicated, but I don't really need a big room. I kind of like this small little area. It's got everything I need. A closet. It's got a little bathroom right here. It is pretty close to the kitchen. All you need to do is go like down the stairs and stuff like that. And of course it has a balcony, a little desk to do some recording and stuff. And then a nice big bed with an absolutely amazing view. And we got some more people online. He's probably going to ask me to join a party. Yeah. But, doesn't really matter with all that stuff. I probably should have turned off the notifications and stuff like that. But knowing me, I'm going to forget to turn them back on. But yeah, let's continue on with the door. Up here is just another seating area. Ooh, actually there's 2 chandeliers in the house. We got 2 chandeliers in the house. Did not realize that. Alright, so we got 2. This is just a little open spot which leads down to this fountain area. Very nice. And some more seating areas. I was going to make this area like a little bedroom, like when I was planning it out, because this would be like an absolutely amazing, beautiful view. But I decided just to put some chairs here, just because I didn't have enough space to build like a little bedroom area. I probably could have, but I wasn't really feeling it. Actually, would have been a pretty good idea. Why didn't I put a bedroom here? I have no idea. Nobody knows. So let's go into here. This is the huge line of rooms and stuff like that, the master upstairs rooms. So let's start up with this one. This is the first room I ever made on, well, not the first room. It'll be the third room I've ever made on the second floor, which is the art studio. I'm pretty good at art, except when it comes to drawing people and stuff. So I decided a little art room would look very nice. So I'm drawing some potatoes and some golden melons and stuff like that. They're actually glistening melons, but I'll call it golden melon because I feel like it. Up here is just a bunch of little paintings, stuff like that. And of course we got these little paint dispensers. Only 4 colors. Well, actually there might be a 5th color if you want to get some white. Just because you can mix all these colors together, these 5 colors, and make any color. Like literally. Like if you wanted to make orange, oh, you just make those 2. If you wanted to make blue, oh, if you want to make purple, you just mix those 2. If you wanted to make a really light, ugly purple, you just mix those 3. But we also have another secret in here behind my most recent piece of artwork. I know, very nice. If you just come in here, what's this? Ooh, another secret room. This is the room right above the garage. Right below us is the garage. but it's just filled with gold. Filled and absolutely filled with gold. I got some gold pressure plates to fill and some detail and stuff like that, but enough with that. Hold on. Let's see. I want to be able to do this. Alright. Let's take a look right here. Let's kind of adjust myself. Alright, here we go. Look at my head. Oh my gosh. Look at me. I am secretly part of the Wither in disguise. I'm going to take a picture of that real quick. Should I make that the thumbnail? People will be so confused. Alright. So, there we go. Enough with that. This is a little utility room, little closet for storing, I don't know, stuff like that. And in here, guess what? Another utility room, because we can't have enough of those. Alright, then in here, this is the office space. Kind of not really much of a purpose. I wouldn't really imagine myself being in here that much. I don't know why. But this is just an office, because you need an office. It's kind of a bit of a small office, but is there a secret room in here? No, there's not. Or is there? Alright, so now let's move on to definitely my favorite part of the house. The master indoor pool, I guess that's what I'll call it. Right here, what I did was like, I want some good water features inside of my house. But I had no idea how to do that. And I didn't have that much space. I just had this little rectangle. And I was like, what could I do with this rectangle? I don't want to put a bunch of rooms and stuff. What could I do? So what I did was I did what every other person would do in a situation where they need inspiration for a Minecraft build. I went to Google Images and searched for Italian pools, and like literally the second picture, I saw like this absolutely beautiful thing. It's like an amazing, beautiful pool, and like I was like, okay, I need to do that. And this is as close as I got it to, and it is pretty similar. Like it is pretty similar, except these water features aren't here. These walls are blocked off, and there's like a door over here which leads to like this little walkway area which is along the sides and stuff. But there are some paintings right here which looks very nice. So I really like this room. Definitely very nice. I like it. And then we've skipped a few rooms over here. In here is my gym. Okay, this is my gym. Just kidding, it's not. This is my gym. Here it is. But that's a little bathroom, in case you are wondering. Bathroom, because we can't have enough of those. And guess what's behind that bathroom? The bathroom only takes up half the space. What's behind the bathroom? Another bathroom. Surprise? I don't think so. But here's just my private little gym. We got ourselves a treadmill, apparently going 273 miles per hour. Whoa. Alright, let's try keeping up with it. Okay, trying to keep up with it. Alright, now we're going to stop. Okay, that's not right too. Alright, let's forget about that. But this is a little water fountain right here. Very nice, interesting design for a water fountain. And then over here is just some dumbbells and stuff like that. Some big weights and stuff, because I don't know if you're that muscular. Definitely not for me. Alright. And then over here, just a nice little Italian flag that I put in the wall. Can you see that from the other side? Okay, no you can't, because I blocked it off. But this is a little gaming room that I put in. A little gaming there if you just want to chill right here. Play some video games, play some Minecraft. This would be a nice spot to go. Got some access to the tower right here with amazing view. And then in here is a little, I don't know, little PC setup to play some Minecraft. And when you're done with that, when your console burns out from playing Minecraft too much, you can just come over here and play on the laptop until your Xbox cools down. And then once that finally gets done, you play some more. And then in here is a bathroom, because you can't have enough bathrooms, and you gotta have a closed bathroom spot, especially when you're in a gaming area. And a little secret thing. I'll show you another secret room. But if we come over here, all the way down here to... Actually, no, I'm going to show you this bedroom first. This is the kind of second bedroom of the master wing. Just a nice bedroom furnished by Captain Minecraft Gaming. I think that's... Pretty sure he was the one that furnished this. So yeah, check him out. He is one of my related channels. So yeah, there. Just go to my channel, look at related channels. He's going to be in there. So yeah, he furnished this room, very nice. I did some touch-ups on the bed and stuff like that. And then in here is the bathroom with an amazing view from the toilet. Alright, let's continue on with the tour because we got some more stuff to do. We're so close to finishing. Alright, so in here is the bathroom. Pretty typical bathroom. Nothing really you'd suspect from here. Got a nice toilet with a little flushy button. Well, wait, Is it really just a little fleshy lever? I don't think so. Let's go all the way back to the gaming room. So when you flick the lever, come all the way back to the gaming room. What's here? Oh, there's a little secret room opened up. And what does it lead up to? It leads all the way up to here. A room in the tower. The room that we saw when I was like, why didn't I connect these two? This is why. It's because I put some fireworks in here just to alert in case you're being like, I don't know, attacked or something. Some arrows because you got a bow, an amazing bow, and an amazing diamond sword. Amazing. Alright, so let's go and close this stuff off just to keep the secret because we don't want any people coming in here and finding out the secrets of the secret, even though I already showed you the secrets, but alright, that's that. Wait, I need to close it first. Close that. Nothing suspicious about that. It's just a little toilet flushing handle. Alright, so now it's coming through here. This is the little walkway right above the courtyard. Looks very nice. Love it. Amazing view with the helipopper. Alright. Then this way, we got the guest wing. We'll be there in a bit. Oh, my throat's starting to... It's gotten better, but still it's kind of the same. Alright. Here's another little seating area. It's a door leading out to the walkway thing. And another balcony. Well, another door leading out to the thing. I don't know what I'm talking about these days, but like, I don't know why, but my words are getting all mixed up. And then this is the bridge. The nice lovely bridge going like over the walkway. This was a really nice idea. Like, I thought of it when I was making it. Like, I saw the hill was going to be pretty close to the house. I was like, what if I built a tower here and had a little bridge going across? Amazing. And then this would, it was just going to be like a little simple bridge. And it was just going to lead to the top of this mountain. But I was like, I should put in a helipad with a helipopper. So that's what I did. Just a little walkway coming right out to here. Just to this little cliffside. I made it a bit far from the house just because, you know, you don't want the helipopper getting too close and then using those giant blade things to chop open the roof. That's not good. And I kind of did this just because it has a nice cobblestone look to it when you kind of put it on the ledge. And then this helipopper looks very nice. I really like it. It's like really nice. It's like really nice. Alright. And then a little thing I added last minute was like a little mine because there was like this little cave here. I didn't feel like clogging it up, so I just put little pickaxes right here with a torch and just filled it up with some ores and stuff like that. Ooh, is that diamond? Ooh, diamonds. I just filled it up with ores and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Now let's come back inside of the house. Alright, let's finish this in an hour. Alright, got 8.5 minutes. Come on, let's do this. Alright. Quickly. Alright. If you want to find out more about this house, but then tough luck, we're going quickly. Alright, so these are just a bunch of bedrooms. Each bedroom has a closet and a bathroom. Each and every single one has a closet and a bathroom. Like each and every single one. See? We got a bed, closet, bathroom. Now let's move on to the next one. Some of the bathrooms over here are a bit connected to the hallway just so I can add some door space. Alright, so we got actually I'll close that. So we got bed, closet with an amazing view, love that view, and a bathroom right in here. And then this bathroom leads to the hallway again. And then over here we got use in case of fire, just because that's a nice little thing I should add. And then here leads down to this room, down the main floor. And then these doors lead up to the rooftop party area. And then these doors lead to the balcony with an absolutely amazing view. And then come down this way, we got ourselves another door which leads to a bathroom. And a door that leads to a bedroom. And this door leads back to the hallway. But this bedroom, we got desk, bed, bathroom, and a closet. And then if we come through here, just another amazing view of the Tree of Life. I absolutely love that. And if we come in here, bedroom, closet, bathroom, every single one has a bedroom, closet, bathroom. Like every single one. And then here, this is the master guest room, which is bigger than my room. I'll close these real quick because we're going to come out a different way. So we got a huge bed, desk, TV, which mine lacks. Then we got a chair, closet, bathroom. Very nice. And then this also leads out to the little walkway. Well, it leads out to a little room right here. And it leads out to a walkway right here, which is right this area. Alright. So there we go. We finished that. We still got 4.5 minutes. Alright. Wait, no, 3.5 minutes. Wait. Hold on, I'm confused with time. But anyway, I'm just going to look around and show you a little bit of things. Oh, we got some more people online. So many people online. Alright. So let's just look around this and I'll tell you a few more things about this before we finish this up. So yeah, this is definitely my favorite house I've ever built in my entire Minecraft experience. All the way back from December of 2011 when I first started playing Minecraft. This is my best house that I've ever made to this day. I probably could have made better, but I don't know why. I usually stick houses to survival. I don't usually build houses in creative. In creative, I usually do different things. But yeah, I built very few houses, and that's before I started actually getting good. Like I don't think I could actually make this 2 years ago. Like back in 2013, even 2014, like earlier that year. Wait, it wasn't. That would be 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I definitely could not make something like this. I did make a house in a city that I made 2 years ago, and it was alright on the interior. The interior was actually pretty good. Definitely wasn't really planned out at all. But yeah, the exterior doesn't even compare to this. This is absolutely amazing. I spent more time on this than I don't even know how much. Like I don't even know how to compare this. All right, let's try guessing. All right, so I was working on this for let's say about let's say 11 days. Let's just say that. Probably took me a little over. Wait, no. It took me less than a week. Or did it? I don't know, I'm confused. Alright, so let's just say it took me, let's say 10 days, just to keep things normal. So, I built this in 10 days, I guess, probably working on it several hours each day, putting in so much detail. I had to get some work from some other people, but, yeah. Most of this was me. I did most of like the ideas. I laid out the frame of everything. People came in like filled some stuff in. And they did some furnishing. But I kind of did the frame. I had the idea. I mostly did all of it. So yeah, there are some people to thank, but yeah, it was mostly mine. So yeah, this is definitely my best thing I've ever made. This is what I've been holding off like when I got my new computer for Christmas because my older one got a virus. I wasn't really gonna make any videos solely because I was gonna work on stuff like this. Like what I was going to do was I was going to build stuff and then make like short little videos of it. But then I realized, yeah, I don't really like doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna keep building big stuff like this, but I'm going to make it Let's Build series. So I'm gonna do separate little builds instead of doing one big city, which definitely did not turn out as well as I thought. I might actually be doing some other city Let's Builds with some other people. I should probably talk to some people about that. Maybe some Captain Minecraft Gaming. He has his own city. Maybe I could like do some videos at that, working on that. But yeah, now tomorrow I'm going to have another video. After that, another little special video, or maybe 2 days later. But yeah, I'm going to start my next Let's Build in a few days. So yeah, on the lookout for that. And yeah, so that'll be it for this episode. Nice, lovely Italian mansion. I might have put up a download if I can figure out how to do it anyway. And if it gets like a lot of requests, then I'll put like a little download so you can come on here and check it out if you want. So anyway, that'll be it for this episode. I want to thank you all very much for watching. If you're still here, then congratulations. You can stand my voice. So yeah, that'll be for now. I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.